means you about to make a killing. Fuck the hater, you don't care about the way they feeling. Won't stop till you big willin'. Can't stop till you lose the ceiling. Pop a bottle, celebrate another win on them. Toss dollars if you got them, go and spend on them. Cause it ain't nothing when you winning, yeah.
Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to another episode of TheRealSense Academy with your boy Sense. I want to thank y'all for being here. Please remember to click like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, I've included my email below. If you need any mixing, mastering, any one-on-one tutorials, I got you, man. Just hit me up at the email below. All right. So today we're just doing a quick tutorial that was actually requested by Sean Black 3142. So shout out to Sean Black. Appreciate you being interactive, bro. Definitely always gonna try and get back to everybody who asks about any specific questions. All right, so let's go. Sean asked if I knew how to fly a hook. So first of all, I know what the fuck he was talking about, right? So I had to Google that shit. Then I understood that what he was talking about was copying and pasting a hook in time, meaning so that it's not off beat. All right. Yes, I know how to fly a hook. I don't know the terminology, but I do know how to do it. All right. So today I'm going to walk you through it really simple, really quick. All right. So first of all, you want to be in grid mode, not slip mode. In slip mode, you can click anywhere you want and your cursor will put the line there. All right. In grid mode, you can only go where there is a line on the grid. So you want to be locked into that. Now here's your timing. You can switch it from 1/64 to 1/32 to 1/4, which is usually the best one to work with because it's the widest gap in between bars, and it just makes it easier to lock into the bar that you want. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, the next most important thing is tempo. If your tempo is missing, like mine was, like it was not there, it is because you need to come over to this far right corner, click the arrow, right? And turn back on your MIDI controls. So I'm going to turn off the MIDI controls just so you can see what the screen may look like. There you go. Everything's kind of missing. You can pull it over. But yeah, everything's kind of just, you don't have your tempos there, right? So if you want to see your tempo, you come down here, turn on your MIDI controls, boom, everything's right back in place like you need it to be. All right. The third thing you're going to need to know is how to find your tempo. So I'm going to show you one of two ways. All right. The first way is the tap method. All right. So you're going to simply play your beat, come over here and click the number, make sure that it's highlighted. And once you play the beat, push T, tap T in rhythm to the beat that you're listening to, and wait until you see a number that pops up frequently. Like, you know what I mean? The numbers will move around a little bit, but you'll notice that one number might pop up more frequently than the other numbers. So I'm going to show you what that looks like so you're not confused. Check it out. All right, so I'm going to stop at a tempo that I know it's not on purpose, just so I can show you a little something. All right, so cool. We seen 105. It looked like it was the right number. So what we're going to do is see 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, right? Here, if I click here, the first thing that should pop in is that first drop 808, right? All right, cool. So we missed it a little bit. What we're going to do is zoom in and look at the waveform and see where that 808 actually begins, right? Does it begin here? No. Does it begin here? Boom. That's where we want our 808 to drop. So what we're going to do is move these numbers forwards or backwards and try and get this to fall on this line. All right. So we'll move it up to 106. Does that fix the problem? No, it moves it further in the other direction. So we're going to move it to 104. Does that fix the problem? Come through, click it. We're having a little bit of an issue with this. I don't know why. But yeah. So should start now. Boom. Yes, sir. Perfect timing. All right. Now sometimes what happens is you have a little tail end at the beginning of your beat that has empty space. Before you start recording, you're going to want to remove that. I'm going to show you what that looks like because I already removed it on mine. So we're going to highlight everything first of all so we don't lose the timing of the way that our beat is lined up. And you just highlight everything by holding on to shift and clicking each individual section. You're going to click the end of each individual track so that it's highlighted, right? The whole thing. And once the whole thing is highlighted, we're going to zoom in a little bit and then slide this over. And then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. See that little tail end there? Will throw off your measurements. Me, I don't need to remove that tail end because I can eyeball and see if the gap is approximately the same length. However, for you in the beginning, you might want to delete this little tail and move it inwards. That way you have a line-to-line measurement for how everything is supposed to go. All right. I'll move this back as well. Okay. And then we're going to highlight the full thing. Shift. Boom, that's highlighted. And boom, that's highlighted. And then we're just going to slide it in. All right. And you could zoom in by... See, I have a Mac once again, so I have to give you the instructions from Mac. Holding Option and then sliding this over. Boom! Here we go. All right. That's one way of telling your tempo. Honestly, it's the most effective way. If you're lazy or you just want a quick fix, come up here, go to TuneBat. Free promos, so I hope they eventually break me off with a check. Yeah, I'm helping y'all out a lot right now. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna go to wherever our beat is. We'll do this one because I know that's the song, and the song will obviously be the same tempo as the beat. And boom! Look at that. It even gives us our key, alternative key, and our beats per minute. So 104, 104. Perfect. We're all good to go. Now you could come push it in here and you're all set. All right. Now, after that, you need to understand beat count. So because this is a low tempo song, it's going to be 4 bars. A low tempo song is any song under 120 beats per minute, right? If it was over 120, our 8 bar count. So see, let me go back. I'm confusing the language. I don't want to confuse you. So when I say 4 bars, this is actually 8. It's just 4 lines, all right? But if you count them, you'll see. All right, so watch. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So a bar is every 4 beats. So dum 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 1 dum 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 2 dum 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 3. All right. So anything under 120, if you highlight 4 of these lines, it will be an 8 bar count. Anything over 120, it will decrease to 2 of those bars. All right. Anyhow, if that's off in any way, you could always go to the bar counting method, count like I did, and count out how many bars you need, and then copy and paste using that reference. All right. So here is your 8 bar hook. Right now, depending on how long your verse is, you will be either highlighting 4 for 8, 6 for 12, or 8 for 16. All right. Once again, that is 4 for 8 bars if your verse is 8 bars. I don't know. Music's getting shorter and shorter. Sometimes verses are 12 bars. So you would highlight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those lines. So it's basically double. All right. And if it's a 16, you would highlight, obviously, if y'all know how to do basic math, 8, right? So you're going to come down here. So you counted 8 bars, and then you're going to go right to the beginning of your hook, wherever the beginning of the first of the 4 lines is. All right. You see this? This is the first of the 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, right? 4 sections. So once you have that highlighted, all you do is hold down Command and press D. Now, if you've hit the line appropriately, and I see that we have, when you press play, everything should be in perfect timing. So let's go. There you go. There you go. You see that? Same. No difference, right? And that is basically how you fly your hooks. Like I said, everybody's measurements are going to be different. They have to be even, or else your shit's going to sound weird. So there's no such thing as a 13 bar verse, because that's just like, what the fuck are you doing at that point? We're like, really? You gotta get off the crack. But here, as long as it's average and you're not smoking meth, you're gonna use one of these methods. All right. Also, the further you zoom out, the smaller those bars get. So if you want it to be a little bit easier for you, say, and you're looking to have a little bit of an easier placement, like, you could zoom out by holding Option, holding 2 fingers on the pad, pushing upwards. That will zoom you in, or pulling back. That will zoom you out. And see, now you have 2 bars here. And this is 4 bars, which is equal to 16. You'll get the gist of the measurements later on. In the meantime, if you want to count bars or place your verse first, so you know exactly where your hook's dropping, and then just drop it from that line, cool. But these are the main important steps Grid, tempo. The gridlock is not really that important, all right? But, however you want to do it, if you want to do it halves, if you want to do it 1/4, cool, whatever. But the two most important things, grid and tempo first. Before you even start recording, get into grid mode and get your tempo. Don't start recording without your tempo. And if you do, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just set your tempo before you try and fly your hook, or else you're shit out of luck, man. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick tutorial today as a appreciation to, Sean and the rest of you guys who have been coming in here and showing love and subscribing and dropping comments. It's like crazy to me to see how fast the views have been growing over the past 2 weeks, because I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. This is only my 3rd tutorial, so I just want to say thank you to everybody. Please make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe if the content was valuable to you. You already know what it is. It's your boy Sense, family, money, everything. Let's get it, baby. Whoa!
You got big dreams, you about to make a killing. Fuck the hater, you don't care about the way they feeling. Won't stop till you big willin'. Can't stop till you lose a ceiling. Pop a bottle, celebrate another win on them. Toss $dollars if you got them, go and spend on them. Cause it ain't nothing when you winning, yeah.